The Milky Way core's chaotic and unpredictable nature makes it an unlikely candidate for nurturing conscious entities. Like how consciousness needs predictable patterns to develop and thrive, life requires stable environments to evolve complex awareness. The extreme radiation and gravitational waves near the center of the Milky Way are chaotic and prevent the development of the repeating patterns needed for consciousness. Rather, we should look at the outlying region solar systems, as these regions that are far from the core are more probable to have the stability that is required for life to exist. The type of host star cannot be ignored here as well. In the same way as the Earth's stable orbit and the magnetic field provided the stable environment for consciousness to evolve, the distant systems could have similar conditions for consciousness to arise and progress. Artificial intelligence is used already to monitor distant solar systems to determine their stability and potential to support conscious life. Using pattern recognition and modeling its forecast, AI is assisting us in identifying the delicate balance between chaos and predictability which appears to be required for consciousness, exactly like the balance we see in our own solar system's evolution of conscious experience. Ancient galaxies unveiled. As we noted in 1.1, the discovery of ancient galaxies that could have developed much earlier than we anticipated, thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope. There is also a possible theory out there that these could be dark stars. These findings challenge our understanding of cosmic timelines and development. If these entities appeared at the same time as the Milky Way, then we have to take into consideration how special time paths in each solar system influence the development of consciousness. Furthermore, the idea that dark stars may be connected with the creation of black holes calls for further investigation of the connection between cosmic structures and the birth of life. If these are indeed ancient galaxies millions of years ahead of the Milky Way, then we have to ask ourselves, why have we not yet found any evidence of these advanced civilizations? Maybe it is because their development is beyond the biological level, or they may have found ways of living that are still inimitable to us. This poses to us a challenge to consider what an advanced species might be and how it might be interacting with the universe. Maybe they are watching us, or maybe they are so far ahead of evolution that our very existence is of no significance. Looking at these possibilities makes one consider the infinite potential of consciousness and the different ways it could be manifested in space. Cosmic consciousness cycles. Each galaxy with its billions of stars has its own distinct timelines for star formation and evolution. Our host star is not as common, at least in the Milky Way. As we have mentioned before, the further we move from a galactic core, the more likely to find stable environments conducive to the emergence of conscious entities. But the time it takes for such stars to form and move to these outer regions is different for different galaxies, and this difference affects the development of consciousness. Hence, conscious entities may have a different concept of time based on the characteristics of their solar system. Each solar system in the universe has its own set of star formation cycles, planetary development life cycles, and environmental changes that determine the way time is perceived by observers. These cycles determine the pace of life and the way to measure time, from the birth of the stars to the evolution of the planets. Thus, what may be a short time in one system could be an age in another. The cyclic processes and the evolutionary stage of each solar system play a role in the vast number of conscious experiences with their own temporal perceptions. Through the search for life beyond Earth, we get to consider an infinite number of possibilities. An infinite number of variables exist when we consider life forms that thrive in alien environments and intelligent beings that can traverse across stars. Through Earth's evolutionary process, consciousness found ways to express itself, but the method might appear entirely different on other worlds. The appearance of creatures equipped with hands or analogous devices which enable them to handle objects is not very frequent, at least within our local system. Through technology and tool usage, the power to alter physical reality enables new expressions of consciousness. From their initial environment constraints like leaving water to explore land as our ancestors did, these beings would need to overcome these barriers to discover new realms. This evolutionary journey is of consciousness seeking new ways of interacting with physical reality. Each environmental transition, each new adaptation, provides ways for consciousness to become more complex in its ways of being expressed. Whether through appendages like our hands or through completely different biological tools, the consciousness seeks to manipulate and understand its environment. This journey highlights not just the potential diversity of life, but also the incredible adaptability and ingenuity required to transcend environmental boundaries. Each possibility underscores the vastness and diversity of the universe, reminding us that our journey to understanding is as boundless as the cosmos itself. The patterns we observe in Earth's evolution might help us recognize how consciousness could manifest in entirely different forms across the universe. Philosophical reflection. The journey of humanity through the cosmos represents both a fundamental purpose and a growing consciousness that strives toward understanding. Learning and adaptation form the fundamental operational cycles of the universe because each cycle adds to former patterns, creating new, complex forms of awareness and interaction. Just because we don't know the whole thing, there's some evidence that everything is connected like a big plan, like an order within the chaos of the universe, like a cosmic neural network. All of these connections produce patterns of order from chaos for consciousness to manifest and evolve through more complex frameworks. It's like each galaxy, star system, and planet is a potential node in this vast network of conscious experience. We are in the early stages of cognition as we find ourselves as newborns in the expansive interconnectivity of life, which demands personal development and knowledge acquisition. It is possible that our personal consciousness represents only one variant of universal awareness that extends across all space. The pattern of growth throughout our life suggests there is meaningful design in the structure of the universe. The journey is more than just surviving, it is about discovering the deep connections that make up life. The evolution of consciousness from biological and cosmic cycles enables individuals to understand their function within this larger pattern of existence. We participate in universe evolution alongside observation as we travel toward self-comprehension. If there is other conscious life out there better than we are, they may have their own history books of where they have been. They have been through the tribulations and are aware of the need for them to understand them, and they also know that other civilizations developing on their own is best. This understanding may well make them hold back, knowing that non-interference is vital for genuine growth. Thus, since they are on a different level of understanding, they may well decide to stand by and watch us as we learn to walk in our own way. In the next section, we'll examine AI in greater detail, with a focus on numerous possibilities and the broad spectrum of terms included under this definition. Because artificial intelligence is such a complex field, it is necessary to consider how to properly label and categorize different levels of AI in order to distinguish between them. We'll also attack the big question that continues to have little answers. Will AI develop consciousness, or has it already?